Two teams with a lot of history, and it's generally dark and nasty. Welcome to EA Sports. It's rivalry night. Two teams looking starved for a win, and we are set to go. The Blues get off to a good start as they win the opening faceoff. And he's tripped up on the play. Referee's hand goes up here. There's the whistle. Let's get the official decision.
Oh, that's a tough way to start a game. I get it. The adrenaline's flowing, and sometimes you're just a little too over-aggressive.
Hull's aware he's got more ice to work with on this power play here. This could be a great time for him to try using his zone ability and maybe even help the team put one past the goalie.
Pushes it across to Brandner. Gaining momentum along the boards. Puts it in deep. The Blues gain control of the puck against the wall. Tkachuk's gaining momentum. Takes it into the slot. Oh, and comes up with nothing on the play. Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play. Backes will look to win possession here on the face-off and try to continue this power play on the right note. Kovasev's won the face-off. Oh, huge open ice hit.
Some players get into the game by physically engaging early. There's a fine line there, but that was executed perfectly.
Here's a chance. Misses a golden opportunity there. Just misses.
Shooting from far out can be more difficult than it seems, and it looks like he gets under this puck, and the follow-through is high.
Takes that pass back at the point. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Dowds recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Trying to get out of the defensive end. And they get the puck out of the zone, and that's a break for the squad.
Oh, yeah, this PK unit, they're out there for a reason, James. You have to be able to clear the puck, and it's easier said than done, but they make no mistake this time.
10 seconds left.
Sedlicki's standing up, ready to go.
Minnesota's penalty killers get a hold of it. And the puck leaves the zone. The Blues fire blanks on the power play. We're back to even strength here.
Body language says it all, James. Have a look at the unit here. Every single one of them deflated. They know that they needed to score, and this is the expectation of the power play, and they go back to the bench with their heads facing their skates.
Oh, and it stays out as he gets a piece of it with the glove. Oh, what a save on the play!
Such an athletic save, James. I mean, that's just all about competing, finding a way to get to the puck.
And as play continues, this place is still buzzing, and they're getting loud here now.
Well, this is all about fan appreciation for that huge save. And, man, does this ever feel good? You know, you feel it right through you when you know you've made that big save, and everyone around you is appreciative.
Lots of time left in this period. Still no score in this one. Backes wins the faceoff. Here's a short pass to Shanahan. The Blues take it along the wall. Denies him! Minnesota's got a hold of it against the wall. From the right side, they gain the zone. The Blues look to start the transition game. Handles the puck. Regains possession at center. Puts it on net, and he had an answer with that save. And here's a shot. Denies him again.
Beauty save back there. He's really owning his crease.
Picked up along the boards by Jones. Quick pass to Mitchell. Minnesota's crossed the line and on the attack. Moves it to the middle. Scores! What a finish on the play!
Oh, James, let's have a look at this goal again. I mean, it's just a desperation play as he's stumbling and just stays on his feet long enough to be able to get his stick on that puck and make a glorious pass to a player who's able to finish it. Listen, you got to out-battle, you got to out-will, and that's just pure strength to be able to stay on your feet.
The Wild have struck first, and it's still relatively early in this one.
Well, let's see if the game opens up a little bit now. They've settled in. They've got the game's first goal now. These next few shifts are critical to see what kind of energy that they can bring and maintain.
Minnesota's got the puck. Through center. Minnesota's got the puck against the half wall. Takes the pass. Delayed penalty coming up here. Goaltender's at the bench with the delay. Scores! And I guess they won't need that power play after all.
Well, it's a delayed call, and it almost looks as that the defensive structure collapses, and then do they take advantage? This is actually a tougher play than it looks, James. You have to have timing and an awareness to be able to get your stick on that rebound and then bury it. Not a lot of time and space available, but he executes perfectly.
Nearing the midway mark of the period. Minnesota's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. Granlund's gained possession inside the neutral zone. Moves it to Leschyshyn. At center ice now. He grabs the puck. The Blues have it from their own end. Slides it on over to Gilmore. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Here's a shot. Oh, he had a beat, but it goes off the inside post.
The Blues bench showing some frustration there as they hit the post. Listen, when you're only down in the game by a little bit, you have to find a way to claw your way back in with a perfect chance right there to give them some momentum.
Zucker's lugging the puck. Oh, textbook poke check to turn that over. And he serves it across to Niederreiter. And he takes the dish. They've got the defense outnumbered. Fires it on net. Joseph's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Officials ready to drop the puck and get things back underway. Backus wins the draw on their own end. Moves the puck. Now he takes it over the line. Quick feed to Unger. And makes the save. Minnesota's got the puck in the defensive end. They've got numbers here. To his teammate. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off.
The Blues have been playing great defensively. Their sticks are in the right position, but they need to make good on them. This game is awfully close.
St. Louis gains a hold of the puck against the boards. The Blues play it near the point. Can't keep a hold of it. Snaps it onto the net. And that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Receives the pass. Shot! And that's broken up. Along the wing up the neutral zone. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Minnesota's got control of it now from their own end. Shot! Glove saved by the goalie. Goaltender hangs on for the whistle. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. Minnesota's got some breathing room as they lead it 2-0. And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. Hull's hauled down. Penalty on the way. Here comes the sentence. The Wild have been called for tripping. St. Louis is ready to go back to work on special teams.
Power plays, more time on the ice, the ability to get that puck moving. These players know exactly what they're doing. They work on it in practice. Spoke to some of them earlier today at the pregame, and they talked about the execution and the precision in particular with their puck movement.
Puck cleared from the defensive end. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Right up Main Street and on the attack. The Wild have the puck while undermanned. Takes a shot, and he was ready for that one. Across the line along the left wall. Stops that one. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. And that's knocked away. St. Louis takes hold of the puck. Moves it to Tkachuk. Slides the puck over. And he gets just enough to keep it out. Puck gets loose. We'll get some flow again here. And there's the save. Gets it out of his own end. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. St. Louis will play it at center.
Dowd's penalty is almost expired.
Pokes it away in his own end. Man advantage is up. Both teams back to even strength.
That's a great power play unit.
Oh, tremendous save of the play!
What an incredible save. No idea how he got to that one, James, and the shooter is absolutely stunned. What a stop.
And Cheryl, listen to these fans here. They are getting loud. Some of them are getting on their feet here still, applauding that save we saw.
James, I think it's the appreciation for the desperation save, the compete, the will to keep that puck out of the net, and they're really showing him the love.
Minnesota's on the attack. St. Louis has it near the wall. And it's a quick pass to Bouwmeester. Here's a chance. Shot! Great save by Rolison. Scrum along the boards. Taken along the wall by Kearney. Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. The Blues gain possession along the wall. Oh! What a save!
That doesn't swing momentum in your favor. I don't know what will, James. That's a last-ditch effort to make a play. What a beautiful save. They always say to be great, you have to get uncomfortable. As we look at this last save, this looks uncomfortable. Stretching your body, finding a way to make yourself as big as possible to get to the save. That's what he did, and that's why the save was made.
Face-off coming up here in the offensive zone.
Well, they'll want to continue with the sustained pressure because the goaltender, he is fatigued.
The Blues win that offensive zone face-off. Answered the call there. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. St. Louis has certainly had the shoot-first mentality tonight, and yet they still find themselves trailing here late in the first. The Blues win the face-off. And the traffic neutralizes that threat. Moves it quickly over to Shanahan. Oh, and he just got enough of that one to keep it out. They are really feeling it now here in the O-zone. There's a textbook body check. Shot. Oh, what a stop. Tremendous pressure here in the offensive end. And there's the whistle as the goaltender will hang on and give his team a breather. Here in the late going to the frame, Minnesota's got a 2-0 lead. Zucker's won the draw inside his own end. Scoops up the puck now. The Blues take possession in the defensive end. Shanahan's going to play it against the half wall. Minnesota's got the puck now. Takes the feed. Into the offensive end right up the middle. St. Louis has the puck. Gaining momentum along the wing. Now a quick pass to Unger. And the lane's clogged up, blocking that. He scores! Talk about staying with the play as he puts in his own rebound.
This is a pounder goal if I ever scored one, but I love his ability to drive, and he gets the original shot off. This is imposing your will on the opponent, just blasting through everyone, getting your own rebound to get the goal.
Both teams gliding into position, and the official set to drop the puck. Smart read on the play as both centers were tied up on the draw. Minnesota's looking to break out. Directs it on over to Zidlicki. Slides the puck across to Zucker. Oh, and he whizzed on it. And a stick breaks that up. Sends the pass over. Oh, and there's a great save by Rolison. That knocks him off the puck. Battle ensues for that loose puck along the boards. Hall's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Tremendous stop by Joseph. The Blues must be feeling a little snake-bitten, trailing in the late stages of the first. The Mirkos won a big draw on their own end. First period nearly in the books here. Fires it. Oh, and he gets a piece of that one to keep it out. And now he moves it quickly to Federko. And that shot dies in traffic. Minnesota's got it from behind the net. Oh, what a collision there.
Well, that's just an absolutely huge hit, James. And there's going to be a stoppage in play here because I think that pane of glass is broken.
Here in the later stages of this period, Minnesota's got a slim lead. They lead it 2-1. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Coyle's taking it from his own end. Here's a chance! Oh, what a close save by Joseph! Puck possession so critical in today's game, and the official ready to drop the puck right here. Minnesota's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. Scores! Well, I guess they weren't safe by the bell there.
How's that for momentum? In the last seconds of the frame, you find a way to put it in, and that's going to create a ton of momentum. So now, heading into the next period, you want to garner that momentum and carry it forward.
Minnesota's come up with possession after that neutral zone draw. All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more as this is going to be a fun one tonight.
Fans, a portion of tonight's proceeds will fund a children's playroom at City Hospital, providing a safe, fun environment for kids visiting long-term care patients. If you'd like to learn more or to donate, please visit our team website.
Opening face-off for period number 2, about set to go. Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. Tkachuk's got it in the offensive zone. And that goes off a player in front. Look out! And it fakes off a stick in traffic. Great defensive effort with the strip. Slides it over to Tkachuk. Slides the puck ahead to Hull. Nice poke check. St. Louis on the attack. Picked up along the wall by McInnes. Great defensive effort with the stick. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. Good use of the body to knock them off the puck. And the officials are calling a delayed penalty here. Looks like a trip.
Well, the official was right there to make the tripping call, and it's a pretty easy one as the stick gets caught up in his opponent's skates.
The Blues send their man advantage unit out once more.
They haven't scored on their power play yet. They've earned this opportunity. They'll get another look at it, look for different adjustments to be made.
Deep inside the defensive end, still trying to clear from the top of the offensive zone here. Quick pass, and they score! On the power play, they make it happen.
James, this is just an absolute clinic and body position and how to roll off your coverage, and it's perfectly executed as he doesn't have much time to get the one-timer off, but he gets a stick available and he executes.
The Blues needed that, Cheryl, and they seem to have some life now.
Well, they've shortened the deficit, and there's nothing better to get you back in the game than one goal to put themselves on their toes. But again, they're going to have an attack mentality if they want to get an equalizer.
And he slides it quickly to Unger. Big time stop there. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Lots of time left in this period. The Blues still trail by a goal here, but they are back into this one, only down by 1. And saving a beaut. And there's another stop.
That's a fantastic sequence of saves there, James. He was so dialed in, he tracked it perfectly.
The Blues have had multiple scoring opportunities, but they still trail in the second. Minnesota's won the defensive zone draw. Hill's got it in the defensive end. Minnesota's got the puck along the wall. Shot right in front. That's blocked. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. Here's a short pass to Unger. Centering field. He scores! What a goal! St. Louis has found the tying goal, and look at this. We are in one fun one tonight.
It's really entertaining when two great teams are going head-to-head, and they're very evenly matched, and they're physical. They have the ability to move the puck and convert like they just did. This is going to be a great one.
He grabs the puck here at the point. Big-time save and a big-time shot. Both teams are set. We'll drop the puck here. The Blues take possession off the faceoff. And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Minnesota's trying to shake loose. All alone. Stones him on the breakaway. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Lots of hockey left to be played in this period. We are all tied up in this one. Downs won the draw, and they'll look to set up. And that goes off course wide. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. From his own end, he picks up the puck. Into the offensive zone. Quick feed to Down. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Pronger. Tried to get too cute with it and loses possession.
It almost looked as if he was going to get by the defender, but that extra move took his face away, and it goes the other way.
Scores! And we take a drive to Clutch City as they take the lead.
Well, the lead is in their hands, and now it's about building off of that. Good shift management, dictating pace, controlling the offensive zone. Everything now, it's on the line.
The Wild have taken a one-goal lead here in the second, and they're starting to really show a little more confidence out there.
Yeah, I think they've been a little more urgent as well. It's like they put a push on in these last few minutes, and they're rewarded for their efforts. But they have to stay aggressive. This is by no means a comfortable lead.
And he makes a save there. Minnesota's got a hold of the puck. Moves it around along the half wall. Knocked around, but keeps it going. And he slides it quickly to Hull. And a smart heads-up play to poke that away by Mitchell. Oh, he saved it! What a stop!
Well, that's desperation at its finest to be able to get to that puck and sending a clear message to his team that he's behind them. He's going to be the foundation tonight.
Zidlichky's got it in the offensive end. Takes a shot. Gets in front of it. Grabbed along the boards by Brandner. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Oh, what a chance here! What a sacrifice there to block that shot. And that's picked off.
St. Louis is generating momentum off of the turnovers and the interceptions that they're creating by being in good positions and utilizing their sticks. This is still a close one, though. They've got to convert if they want to win this game.
Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. Minnesota's been the better-looking team over the last few minutes. They'd love to build on this one-goal lead. Granlund's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. St. Louis looks to get things going now with the puck. The Blues are across the line and into the offensive end. Quick shot! Oh, a clutch save! Shot from the point. Misses wide. And that puck leaves the zone. Scooped up along the wall by Coyle. St. Louis gains a hold of it. Gains the zone along the right wall. Moves it to Bacchus. Here's a shot. Oh, what a glove save. Wow.
This is a really nice save, James. I mean, the shooter's in the middle of the ice, he's in the slot area, and he's got to get to the top of the crease, square to the puck to be able to make that save. Great job.
The Blues have been the busier team offensively with plenty of scoring chances, just no finish, and they trail here in period 2. Takes the feed. Here's a shot, and the pump check. Oh, smart play. Great use of the wall in the pass. Taken by Unger. Shot! And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Battling for it along the boards. The Blues gain control of the puck against the wall. Lecision stick handling in his own zone. Moves it quickly over to Kovacic. From the neutral zone now. Poked away in the offensive zone by Kovacic. Picked up along the boards by Bacchus. St. Louis looks to break out in their own end. Dished on over to Bouwmeester. Pass to Shanahan. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And he takes a shot. And he turned that one aside.
It always amazes me that goaltenders often make this save look easy with all of that traffic in front and screen. I mean, it is important to battle and find the sight lines, and this goaltender does a great job of making it happen.
Turns it aside. St. Louis has possession of it now. Uses the force on that hit. Takes the puck. Oh, what a save in front.
This shot's coming from the middle of the ice, and it has some heat on it, but he's ready and waiting for it. He's to position, and he makes the save.
And that's a great heads-up play by Mitchell. Dishes it to Zucker. Here's a chance. Denies him with the pad. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. More than half the period has expired. This one has been a good back-and-forth contest. We're sitting with a 4-3 hockey game. The Blues win the draw on their own end. And he takes the feed. Puts it on net. Oh, and he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net. The Blues have had a lot of good looks offensively, but they still trail in the second. Gilmore's won the draw, and they're on the attack. Stopped by the goaltender. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Both teams are set. They're ready to drop the puck. And they win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. And there's the save. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Minnesota's got the win off that draw. And that's poked away in the offensive zone by Gilmore. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Jabs the puck away. Quick pass to Nolan. Scores! And they run it back with another.
Yeah, back-to-back goals. You can feel the energy, the wave, the momentum, and the tides have turned here, James. They need to keep the pedal to the metal. But when you're in tight to the net, you don't have much margin of error here, and he's able to find the back of the net. It's all about accuracy, not necessarily how hard the shot is.
The Wild have made their way back to center ice, now up by 2. What are they doing out there here tonight, Cheryl?
Well, it's pretty simple. The style they're playing, they're in attack mode, and it's highly entertaining, isn't it, James, when you start putting pucks in the net?
Yep.
It's pretty fun.
Feeds it down low. Takes the puck. Read it perfectly and breaks up the play. Here's a short pass to Gilmore. Big time stop. Cuts to the front. Oh, and what a save as he gets that one, too.
As a goaltender, you want to make yourself as big as possible, and that's exactly what he does right there and just takes away the net.
Joseph's going to hang on for a whistle. The Blues need to find a way to convert on one of these scoring chances as they trail here in period number 2. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Tried to put it in the side and missed.
Well, there's a recognition that he didn't have much room, gets a little bit fine, and just misses wide.
Drives it to the crease. Great save by Rolison.
Backes is so effective. I mean, he is a pure goal scorer, and he has been extra dangerous tonight. Just get the puck to him. Why? He's got 2 goals in the game, and he's looking for his 3rd.
Here in the late goings of the period, Minnesota's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. The Blues will go to work here in the offensive zone. A chance! No room for that one to get through. They put the puck into the offensive end. McInnes moves the puck. Tries to get it to Shanahan. Great poke check on the reach. And he hangs on to the puck. Puck grab by McInnes. Quick feed to Jackman. Minnesota's got a hold of the puck now. Hall's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. Denies him in close.
Well, timely save is everything to your team, and this goaltender, he bails his team out.
Tremendous stop by Rolison. And it's a quick pass to Hall. Minnesota's got it in their own zone. And he takes the pass. Minnesota's got it along the wall. The Wild have the puck against the boards. Here's a shot. Oh, what a save! He gloved that one.
Pronger's an effective stick checker in his own zone, guys, and that helps out his team's defensive game. We call that his stick-em-up zone ability, and it's what helps disrupt his opponent's attack.
Fedorko's quick stick off the draw wins possession. Puck picked up by Bouwmeester. Gains the zone through center. And now it's grabbed by Granlund. Sends a pass over. Brodziak's got the puck. St. Louis tries to break out from their own end. Coming down the left wing and into the zone. Good reach of the stick to knock the puck away. Taken along the wall by Brodziak. And less than a minute to go here in the middle frame. The Blues have it against the wall. Now over to Tkachuk. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Tkachuk's known for his creativity, and he tries one too many moves there, and he loses the puck.
Fans want a shot here in the dying seconds of the period. Here's a shot. 40 minutes of play in the books. Both teams will get one last chance to catch their breaths, and then it's on to period number 3 next.
Feeling hungry? Try our Arena restaurant for gourmet dining with great views of the action. Or get a light meal at one of our many grill locations on the concourse.
Players are set, officials are set, third period action is coming up. There's been no shortage of firepower after the first 40 minutes, and we are underway here in the third. Well, 2 periods down. Here we go with the third period. Cheryl, your assessment so far?
Minnesota's in the lead here in the third period, James, but this has been an action-packed, back-and-forth, entertaining game that just screams offense. I would have hated it. Why? There is zero defense to be had.
St. Louis wins the draw here in the offensive zone. Makes a save! Gets a piece of it with the glove!
Well, this save is all about the compete to find the puck. I mean, it's a battle, and you're trying to outbattle your opponent. You can see him bobbing up and down, trying to find the puck. He finds it at the last minute, reacts, and makes the save.
Moves it to Sidlicki. And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. St. Louis has been the better team, but they still trail here early in the third. Fedorko's won the faceoff. Taken down, and the officials caught it. And another call against the home team, and these fans have, I think they've had enough.
They've had enough, and they're booing at the officials. And for the players, this is so frustrating. You try and kind of get the temperature of the way the official's going to call the game, and real tough to read when you get 3 in a row like that. I won't be surprised to see the 1-3-1 again. They had success on it earlier, James. And listen, I love this. I coach this with my team because I love the bumper spot and I love the net front player. You're taking away the eyes of the goaltender, but he can also pop out below the goal line and present as an option. So multiple variations that can strike.
Takes the puck as the clock ticks down on the penalty kill. Moves it quickly over to Brodziak. The Blues get a hold of the puck along the boards. St. Louis has it in the defensive end. Quick pass to Backes. Pad save, and he made it look easy. Great job there. Up along the wall on the right side and into the attacking area. Long reach breaks up the momentum. And they get the puck out of the defensive end. Tries to get this man advantage going from their own end now. The Blues take it across the blue line. Fires it on net. Fantastic save. Under siege, trying to get it out of their zone. There's the whistle. Let's get the call from the officials. Backes is being served 2 for boarding. A little 4-on-4 hockey as both teams step inside the face-off circle.
4-on-4 can be pretty confusing when it comes to coverage. You know that your defense have the forwards, but the forwards have to be able to contain the D as well. So it's complete defense out there.
The Wild have the puck in the open ice. Minnesota's got some room to do something here on this power play as their penalty expired. There's the whistle, icing the call. Big face-off looming. Kovasuv's ready for the draw on this man advantage. Minnesota's won the draw. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Shot! Denied by the goaltender. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Fedorko's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. The Blues win the draw. Picked up along the wall by McInnes. Great hits up play with the stick by Fedorko. Here's a short pass to Jackman. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. Sends it into the offensive zone. Minnesota's got it in their own zone. Strong defensive effort. Fedorko's got it across the line. And that's deflected off someone in front. Handles the pass. Here they come. Down the left side on the attack. Quick feed to Kovacic. Here's a shot. Oh, and he steps up with the glove to stop that one.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting square to the puck and turning it aside.
And off the draw, they win possession. They fight for it along the boards. Bouwmeester's got the puck in his own zone. Along the right wall and into the offensive end. Scores! Well, don't turn this off just yet. We've got ourselves a game.
Well, deficit of only 1 now. Their opponent is on their heels, and now they're playing with a sense of urgency. Watch out. You can feel the wave coming, James. Even I could have scored off that unbelievable feed, James. He's just able to corral that pass and put it in the back of the net.
St. Louis hasn't rolled over in this one. That goal has suddenly made this one a 1-goal game.
They're hunting and they're hounding because they want it. You can feel it. It's the energy that's coming off of the bench. You know that the coach is talking about retrieval and owning and possessing the puck. They did that on that last goal.
And a great read to turn that play aside. They're really clicking here in the offensive end. All sorts of pressure. And that's knocked away by Bouwmeester. Moves it to Pronger. And he takes the feed. Broken up by Lecision. Hill's moving the puck through his own zone. Dowd's been brought down, and we're going to get a penalty here. Slick feed. Takes a hit. He goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Here comes the call.
Tough spot to be in. You need momentum, and you give it back by going on the PK when you're trailing by 1.
Minnesota's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
They haven't scored yet in the game on the power play, but no need to get frustrated. They all bring a different skill set. It's the reason why they're out there.
St. Louis takes possession off the draw. The Blues have it now. Along the half wall with the puck. Moves it quickly over to Hall. Picking up momentum inside the neutral zone. Quick pass to Kovacic. Handles the puck. Makes the save. Grabbed along the boards by Mitchell. And he makes the save. St. Louis will try to kill a few seconds off this penalty. Dumps it in. The Wild have taken possession along the wall. Oh, smart heads-up play to put that one away. Zidlinsky's lugging the puck. From the open ice, they gain the line. Minnesota's got the puck in the corner. Nice play shorthanded as they get control of the puck. The Blues cross the blue line and are on the attack. Minnesota's got the puck inside the defensive zone. With possession along the wall. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Along the boards, they battle for the puck back and forth. Moves it to the middle. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. The Blues are back to even strength as the PK unit comes up large. Oh, he didn't get all of it, but just enough to keep it out of the net. And we'll get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on. St. Louis needs to find a way to light the lamp as they trail in this third period. The Blues win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Oh, he made the save! Scores! They tied it up! And we are back to even!
Well, working hard, sticking to the game plan with good habits, and they're back to evens. That's a beautiful finish, but I'm telling you, he's got to go over to his teammate and say thank you very much for that beautiful pass. I mean, it was placed perfectly on his stick. He didn't have much time to react, but he could collect it, and he found a way to put it home.
St. Louis has shown they aren't messing around tonight, are they?
No, and now it's about the third period and how you finish the game. Forget the start of it. You want to make sure that you have high energy here and you build on it to try and get the finish that you want.
Moves the puck along the half wall. Here's a short pass to Unger. And he's knocked off the puck there. The Wild have the puck in their own zone. Here they come on the attack down the right side. The Blues will play it from the defensive zone. Scooped up along the wall by Backes. Great reach with the poke check by Unger. The Wild have gained possession off the wall. Gets it over to Brandner. Quick feed to Nolan. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Moves it to Pronger. Takes it at center. Shot! Takes a shot! Oh, what a glove save there! He read that perfectly! Past the halfway mark of this period, we got a tie game. Minnesota's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. The Blues will play it in their own end. On the attack along the boards. Puck scooped up by Granlund. The Blues gain control of it. Quick pass to Jackman. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. Takes the pass. St. Louis moves ahead with the puck. And he takes the dish.
The Blues have clawed their way back into this game simply by never quitting and staying on course with the game plan, James.
See if we can pick up some momentum again here as a face-off is ready to go. Gilmore's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Too much congestion in front. Moves the puck. The Blues gain control of the puck. Slides it over with pace to Tkachuk. Goes right to the crease. Decides to think about it. Takes it across the blue line. Takes the puck. Stones him on the one-timer. Moves it quickly over to Jones. The Blues move the puck in the defensive zone. Takes a shot. Denied by Rolison. Takes enough, but he's still got the puck. Puck knocked loose in the neutral zone. Minnesota's got possession at center. Quick pass to Jones. Shot. Fires it. Oh, what a stop as he uses his paddle to swat it away. Here they come down the right side and on the attack. Walker stopped by Rolison. Pinned up along the boards. Taken along the wall by Shanahan. Oh, stick save and a beaut.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Takes a shot. Oh, great save right there on the play. Picked up along the boards by Backes. Good check. Frees the puck up. Minnesota's looking to break out. Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. Centering feed. And that shot's blocked. Gains the zone on the left wing. Minnesota's got the puck along the wall. Taken by Nolan. Quick shot. And that's off the glove and will play on. Takes the feed up ahead. Scores! The go-ahead goal puts them in front.
Well, and this has been trending to happen, James. They've been closing on the puck quickly. You've sensed an upward trajectory as this game's progressed, and they find the back of the net. Well, the goaltender has no chance of catching up to this puck. I mean, man, he put some hot sauce, some pepper, and some mustard on this quick release shot all at once.
St. Louis goes up by 1 here in this third period, and now it's all about the sprint to the finish.
Oh, yeah, and you know that they can see the finish line in sight, James, but there's still some time to let their opponent back in, so you got to be aggressive when it counts, when you know you can be first on the puck, but there will be times that they got to pull back and play defense.
Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 5 seconds.
The Blues aren't far from the finish line now as they lead it late in this third period. And with the two centers tangled up, the winger skates away with it. Tkachuk's carrying it ahead. Minnesota's got the puck along the boards. Dowds taking it from his own end. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Denies him!
Joseph's in the right spot at the right time. Just a brilliant save.
And that's blocked from someone in front. Takes a shot. St. Louis gets the puck near the boards. McInnes has it in the defensive end.
Make a change, make a change.
Fedorko's got it along the wing. Nearing the final minute of regulation. Big chest save as he gobbled that one up with the trapper. This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Nice job tying up his opponent. Tees it up from the point. Oh, and an even bigger save on the slapper. Here they come on the attack. Puck grabbed by Kovacic. Save made by the goalie.
When the puck's in the low slot, the goaltender gets right out next to the shooter and makes the save.
Here we go. They've really ratcheted up the intensity here now in the O-zone. And they skated out of the danger zone. Oh, what a hit on the play, and he's on his own bench there, Sheriff.
Well, the only good thing is he's not on the opponent's bench, right? He'd be getting a face wash if he was over there, but instead he's on his teammate's bench, and you know what? They're going to pick him up.
And that brings an end to this one here this evening. Well, they certainly put the special in special teams tonight, Cheryl.
Well, power play was the difference tonight, James. I mean, they kept their feet moving, so they drew penalties, and that's exactly what you want to do, but you have to find a way to capitalize, and they made some slight adjustments which enabled them to take the puck to the net, and it showed.
Hope you had as much fun as we did here tonight, and we will see you the next time. At least we hope so. From all of us here at EA Sports, take care, everyone.